Hello, this is Quang, Premium Finance Broker of CWF Group and also the author of Keep Calm and Mortgage On. If you haven't got it, it's on Amazon.com. Do read it. It has a lot of tips on mortgage and how to accumulate more properties. So this week's series is about a lot of questions from my clients. So after talking to them about their loan and helping them process their loan and getting the right product, and then going into settlement, and then they exchange, and they're really happy, and that's their first property or their second property, and they always ask me the same question: is Quang, how many properties do you have, and how many properties should I have if I just want to on average be sort of like ready for retirement, or what is the ideal goal? So I always tell this story. The story is the 4 golden houses, or it can be apartments. Okay, so 4 golden houses or units. So what does that mean? So me personally, I'm not afraid to tell people I've got 4 properties, and what I try to do with these 4 properties, and I could have potential to buy the 5th and 6th one if I want, but I'm not. So this is the rule, okay? This is the rule. If you simply want to think about it, have up to 4 properties. And my mentor from, the mentor I talk about in Keep Calm Mortgage On, the Debt Master, he taught me the 4 golden houses rule. So basically, you try to own 4 homes or 4 units or 4 properties. 4 properties, okay? Could be 4 properties rather than specifically saying houses or units. 4 properties, okay? So what do these 4 properties do? Okay, one of them is you live in it, right? And what does the other 3 do? Well, you rent it out. Rent. Now 1, you get it, right? It's to live in. What do these other 3 do in terms of functionality? He told me, and what I told other clients, is that these 2 are to support your living expenses, right? Your basic living expenses, your day-to-day living. This one is to pay your taxes, okay? Obviously, the 4 golden property rule only works if you pay them all down to 0, okay? So from debt to 0, and that is your goal. Your goal is to pay it down to 0. And then, how you pay it down is a different video, but the ideal goal, when you ask me what is your goal, my goal is to pay down all my debts for the 4 properties. Living one, now assuming there's no loan repayments, okay? Living one, these 2 rents are to help me and my wife and my kids, to go through living expenses, which is quite reasonable from these 2 rents, okay? And assuming I'm still working, but I can choose to work part-time or work less hours, I don't really need to work. So these are to pay for these things. And the other one, if I'm still working, or the rental income incurs tax, is to pay my taxes. Now how awesome is that? 4 properties paid off, and then it works in this way. So a lot of people ask me, well, why don't you buy the 5th and 6th property? Well, I probably will do, just for the fact that I might flip it, right? My 5th property or the 6th one, I might buy it just to buy and flip. What does buy and flip mean? Buy it, wait until capital growth goes in by the next 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years, and then sell it. And what do I do with the money from selling it? What do I do? What would you do? According to these 4 golden rules, you try to pay down the debt to bring it down to 0, so that you can reach this ideal goal of the 4 property houses rule, alright? So that's what I usually tell my clients. It gives them an indication of what they could do. It's achievable. A few clients of mine who have done it. I'm still in the process. As you can see, I'm still young. I'm not that young, but I'm still trying to do what I'm trying to do, which is basically work, but then pay down my debt, so that I can achieve this. So that when I reach maybe before retirement, or I plan to pay down all my debts before retirement and enjoy this. So instead of just living on super, which I do have my superannuation plan and invest it in a certain way, but this is a ideal goal, right? To work towards. Now, we all need a plan. If we don't have a plan in life in terms of our finances, have you heard of the quote? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. All right? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And that's really right, because you don't have a direction of where you want to go, especially like this 4 golden property rule. You don't have direction. You go through, you get your wage, you spend it, you might save it, but you don't know what you're saving for. People save it for holidays, people save it for random things, okay? But if you have this ideal goal in mind that you want to buy 4 properties and pay it down, you start thinking, hey man, I need to save more, or I might need to ask my boss for a promotion because the pay I'm getting is not enough. Maybe I should upskill myself, develop myself to get a higher pay. This gives you a reason to do that, because when you reach this goal, you're basically living a perfect life in terms of financial wise. So that's my answer when people ask me, hey Quang, how many properties do you have and what is your ideal goal? This is my ideal goal. Let me know what is your ideal goal, and in the meantime, keep calm and mortgage on. Thank you.